Hello, fam. Thank you for joining us in another exciting edition of Love with Bell. So today we'll be treating a very sensitive topic. So if you know what's good for you, sit down, relax, and enjoy. As usual, my name is Happiness Martins, and here in the studio we have our very own pastor, Mrs. Bell Adedeji. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. So today we want to look at something that's been trending, something that's been happening, and how it affects marriage. I'll just quickly read out this question. So should DNA test be mandatory for every newborn?
Depends on the circumstance. Okay. I've been asking for this. Any. Okay. But if I'm to answer this directly, I will answer yes. Okay. Now, I have to clear that. Not because sometimes what first comes to mind when the partner is asking for DNA test is, are you saying I'm cheating? Yeah. And mostly, that kind of question usually comes from the husband, right now, right? So if that kind of question is going to come up to you, something that's probably both of you have been having some kind of issues, as known to the wife now, known to her, she's aware that there is a friction or maybe uncertainty or something that could have, propelled on such a question. And if not, why on earth will any partner have for DNA test? So we have also to look at it in another way around. The reason why I also say yes to him is because even in the hospital, there are a lot of things happening now. I have two perfect examples to answer that. The first one was a woman who got married to a very couple, and both of them, they don't settle. After giving birth, they discovered that they were back home, and they just discovered that the child started exhibiting some kind of symptoms, yes, and the other was, why on earth will this child be looking like this? As in, this kind of symptom look more like a sickle cell kind of symptom. So where is it coming from? I am hey, you are hey. So even if I'm hey, you are hey, we shouldn't have this kind of complication. So what's going on? Then both of them agreed and going for DNA test this family. And on getting there, they discovered that none of them even had the same blood type. So tell me, where is that from?
So basically the fault is from the hospital.
Okay, all right. Then the second perfect example was a couple. They've been having a girl child. I think they've had about 3. And the husband wanted a male child. Started putting pressure on the mother. The mother got pregnant again. The mother got pregnant again. Before they could even know the sex or whatever, she had to arrange with a nurse about it. Like, please, I don't know what the sex will be. But in case if this child is going to be born, I don't know how you will help. So they have such agreement before even the child was confirmed whether a girl or a male rather. And on getting to the point where they wanted to know the sex, they couldn't, some child like that. Yeah. You try to know their gender, they don't even disclose. So till the day of giving birth, day of delivery, they didn't know the sex. So because of the arrangement that has been on ground, the nurse had to carry out that yes. So carrying out such a thing, I mean the woman that they wanted to exchange the baby already knew the sex she was carrying. So that was where the trouble was. The doctor in the hospital. What do you mean? Can you give me a girl child? I already know everything I brought is even from the birth. So I already know what I'm giving birth to. No, sometimes you can have a baby, you can have your scan, pointing to a particular gender when you are giving birth. And have another to change. Husband came in and said, okay, no problem, let's settle this. Let's have DNA test. Immediately DNA test was mentioned. Everywhere was scattered. Then the nurse had to just open one door. This is what happened. So if we're asking for DNA test, it shouldn't just be viewed from the standpoint of infidelity, because that's the first thing that comes to mind. That's the first thing that probably that makes people to just want to put against it. What do you mean to encourage distrust and all that? No, let's look beyond this. Let's look beyond maybe because the wife is cheating. No, you even as a mother, do it for your own peace of mind, so that you don't raise a child that is not yours at the end of the day, that doesn't belong to you at the end of the day. So for me, I will actually encourage that as you are giving birth, that DNA be conducted, so that you will know what you are going on with. Do you understand? So I don't think there is a let's go to that point where from in this part of the world we embrace knowledge. You understand? Let's go to that point. It's not bad. So it shouldn't be condemned, it should be encouraged, so that it will even keep our health worker in check. So that they know that they can't just do anything because they are in that space or place to do. Do you understand? So I don't see anything bad.
Wow, that was very exciting and enlightening, ma'am. So viewers, you've heard from our mommy, our marriage counselor. When your spouse asks you for a DNA test, don't always tilt your mind to, okay, is he suspecting me? What can I do and all of that? Maybe you can sit down and have a proper conversation with them, right? To actually know why they want that. So we'll be wrapping up this section today, and then you can follow us on our YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook with Law with Bill. Until we meet you again, have a lovely day. Bye.